Hi, welcome back, you beautiful souls. This is James, also known as the Ogre Zerd. Thank you guys for all the comments and everything. There's a few commenters that I'm going to shout out in the next part. But basically, what I'm going to need you guys to do with this part is comment two people, comment someone down below that you would like to go on a special arc that I'm going to be planning for after the USJ arc. So that being said, there's three characters. Well, four if you include Ibarra, that are going to be taking a trip to the God's realm, to the divine realm, to get some special instructions from lack of a better word, gods or kamis, or spirits like good-natured yokai and everything. So the three characters plus Ibarra that I currently have that will be going on this trip will be Bakugo, Kaminari, Ibarra, and Izuku. Now, I'm going to leave there's one person that I will let. There's two people that I'm letting bring in their favorite characters to this group. I currently have Tokiyama from one of them, and I'm waiting on someone else. I've got to go into my comment section of a few other people and ask them if they want to bring someone in, or if they want to weigh in on a vote down below. Pretty much, if this person comments someone down below, or if they like someone else's idea, that person will definitely, like that person from 1A will be in this arc. So we got Bakugo, Kaminari, Tokiyama, and Ibarra that will be going with Deku on a field trip to the realm of the gods. So that being said, let's get back into the story with part 5 of What If Deku Gained a Leveling System. So where we last left off in the story, Izuku and Ibarra were getting to the train station and everything, and on the way they were talking, because it does take, I would say it takes about 15 to 30 minutes to like walk there, depending on how fast you're walking. If you're really trying to get there, you can be there in like 12 minutes, and that's like with an all-out run. But if you're just leisurely walking, kind of like walking fast, you'll get there in about 15 to 20 minutes, and if you're just leisurely going there, you'll be there in about 30 minutes from Ibarra's family home. So during this walk, after like Ibarra kind of gets flustered and a little anxious about what her dad says, and kind of questioning like, does he like me, kind of thing. She also, Izuku kind of sees like her face, and Izuku's like, what's up, Ibarra? And Izuku's like, man, that like says it out loud. It's like, that's gonna take a little while to get used to. And then Ibarra's like thinking, and is like, well, I've been thinking about Terra Kami-san, and like I want to meet her again and like personally thank her, like in person. And like, is there any way that you can help us? Like, is there any way that we can go back there? And Izuku's like, well, I'm not sure about it. Like, it's all up to like the gods, you know. it's pardon me, it's all up to their will, and like I'm just someone that will enact their will on the earth. And this kind of makes Ibarra like Izuku a little bit more. And this is where Ibarra like really starts thinking of Izuku as more than just a friend to her. And Izuku's freaking dense as hell when it comes to these matters because, like, even in canon, he has a hard time talking to women. And it isn't that he doesn't know how to, it's just girls have never talked to him. And that's going to stay true to this whatever. At least for now. And Ibarra's like, well, in any case, when we get our letters, you want to open them up together? And Izuku like kind of smiles and he's like, yeah, that would be awesome. Like, and if one of us doesn't get in, at least we'll support each other, right? And Ibarra's like, definitely. Like, even if I don't get in, I'm happy with at least trying, And Izuku's like, definitely. So, and then Izuku like kind of asks her, he's like, well, so can I you could get your number? And Ibarra is like kind of blushes a little bit, and he's like, it's not like that. It's just I kind of messed up, and before you left, I didn't have any way to get in touch with you. Ibarra kind of laughs and grabs Izuku's phone that he's holding and puts her number in, like her cell number, because like as of right now, Izuku didn't have like a good way, like, and he accidentally cleared like his call history, so he lost her family, her parents like home number and everything. So Izuku kind of like hugs her and is like, thank you for being a friend. Like, a thing, like, I can't really explain it now, but since Katsuki, it's been hard for me to make friends. And Ibarra like is blushing internally at this. She's like, oh my god, Izuku like hugged me. And she's like, well, that's fine, Izuku. But in any case, you should get home. Like, your mom's is probably worried about you. And Izuku's like, yeah, like, she worries a lot. And I just thank God every day that I had a mother that, like, such a loving mother. And she's always been supportive of me. Even when I was told I was quirkless. And she always said, like, even if I don't become a hero, I would always be her hero, So I kind of have to discuss things with her as well. In any case, Laura, see you in a few days. And Ibarra's like, yes, definitely. Let's definitely meet up when we get our letters in. So we cut back to Izuku arriving home, and Inko's work is waiting there. And then as soon as he comes in, she like basically grabs him and is like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Like, it's so late." And Izuku's like, I'm okay, Mom. I kind of missed the last train, and I had to walk home. And she's like, why didn't you call me? Like, we could have gotten you a cab or anything, a cab to like bring you home. And Izuku's like, it's fine, Mom. Like, I'm sorry for worrying you, but I had a lot of things I needed to think about. And Inko like kind of smiles, like, does it involve that young lady you brought by earlier today? Mom, says Izuku, like, it's not like that. Like, I'm not even sure she likes me. Like, she's the first friend I've had, like, good, like, close friend I've had since Katsuki. And Inko's like, so are you two, like, you and Katsuki, things have gotten that bad? And Izuku's like, yeah, but I don't know. It seemed, I think he's gonna be. There's a lot of things I need to talk to him about because we used to be really good friends when we were babies and like little kids, but now he's become kind of a jerk, and he's, like I've said before, he's been picking on me. And he goes like, "It's okay, sweetie. Sometimes, sometimes friends come into your life and they stick with you for the rest of your life. Like me and Mitski. We were kind of like you guys when we met each other. Didn't really get along with each other, but over time we became good friends." And Izuku's like, "Yeah, I get that, but it's just, I don't know. I really like Bakugo's amazing, but he just needs to like chill out sometimes, and he thinks he's better than a lot of people, and that's just something I don't like about him." And Izuku's like kind of clenching his fist, and electricity's coming around like his arm. And he goes like, "Don't worry about it, Izuku. I'm sure I'm sure if you guys if you want to be his friend, he'll eventually, like, just don't give up on him, Izuku." And Izuku's like, "Thank you, Mom," like hugging her. It's like, really needed to hear that because I honestly lately haven't been, like, past couple years, haven't really known what to do about Katsuki. And so Izuku, like, Inko asks, like, "So did you eat well?" And Izuku says, "Yeah, I ate a lot, but if you want, Mom, I can always have a snack before I go to bed." And Izuku kind of seen like his mom's face because she was like really wanting to like do something for him that day. And as far as like eating, because this is like the first time in many years that they didn't eat dinner with each other. And we cut to a few days later, like almost like the Friday after the entrance exam. And Izuku gets a text from Ibarra. It's like, "It came in, it came in, it came in." And Izuku's like, and then at this point, Izuku's mom, like Inko, comes running into his room, like, Izuku-chan, it's here, it's here." And then Deku texts back and it's like, "Yeah, my mom just said mine just came in too, so where do you want to meet up?" And Ibarra's like, "Well, give me some time to like talk to my parents." And Izuku's like, "Yeah, me too. I think I'm gonna have to like talk with mom." And so he talks with his mom, saying that, "Well, me and a friend, like, I'm sorry, mom, but like, I can't really open it here. Like, me and a friend kind of wanted to like open our letters at the same time." And Iko kind of smiles and is like, "So you're going on a date with that Ibarra girl, with that Shiozaki girl?" And Izuku kind of blushes at this, and he's like, "Mom, I told you before, it's not like that. And besides, like, if she doesn't like me, like, even though, like, I don't know, I sort of do like her, but I want, like, I don't want to ruin our friendship, you know?" And Inko's kind of laughing internally because that's kind of how her and Hisashi started off, you know? So she's like, "Well, in that case, do you have money for our drinks and stuff and everything this afternoon?" And Izuku says, "Yeah, I've got a little bit going. Like, I'm sorry, Mom. Like, I don't really have time. Like, I'm gonna just go ahead and start walking to the train station and everything." And on the way to the train station, Izuku like gets a call from Ibarra, and she's like, "Well, I had to like tell my parents like they wanted me to open the letter like there because like I didn't take the recommendation route, and they were kind of upset, and they were worried that if I don't get in, they wanted to be there for me." And I explained to him that me and you kind of had plans to meet up and open our letters together, and my dad started laughing and smiling, and he said some things I need to speak to you about. And this like starts to like worry Izuku a little bit. So he's like, sure, like that's totally fine, but again, where do you want to meet up? And Ibarra's like, well, there is this shrine I always wanted to visit. And so, like, they plan to meet up, and Izuku's like, wow, this place is amazing. She's like, yeah, every single time I get worried, I come here. I don't know why, but after spending some time here, I've always felt better. And in Izuku's mind, like, he's like, oh, wow, she's pretty amazing. And Izuku's also thinking, he's like, yeah, like, it's probably because there's a god's presence here. And so, like, they open their letters, and Ibarra has the has like a normal letter and everything. Like Izuku has like the thing, and on the holographics, like a holographic of All Might pops up, and Izuku's and Ibarra like they're personally messaged and everything. And in Izuku's message, it says, "Young Midoriya, out of all the students you received the most villain points, and with your hero points, something a class that was unexpected that we didn't mention, because who would want what kind of hero school who would not accept someone that goes and rescues others? With that being said, young Midoriya, with your villain points and your rescue points combined, you have actually broken UA's record." And this is a little upsetting to myself, but you, young Midoriya, you've exceeded my expectations. You've broken my record during the entrance exam, and you've really shown that you were. And then the message pauses, and now it's like, this part, do not continue, young Midoriya. You've, unless you're alone. And Izuku's kind of looking at Ibarra, and he's like, well, she already knows about that, so I might as well explain to her, like, this as well. And All Might's like, I'm proud of you, young Midoriya. When I met you a year ago, you were unsure of yourself, but in the entrance exam, you showed a dedication to becoming a hero. And with that, young Midoriya, there's no reason why UA would not accept you. Welcome to your Hero Academia. And so we cut over to Ibarra. And Ibarra's like kind of like nervous after listening to what Izuku said. And it's All Might pops up again, and he's like, young Shiozaki, you could have gotten in on a recommendation. You have a powerful quirk, and it seems like you've improved from like what the videos for the permit for the recommendation class, the recommendation course of entrance, like when in the video apps. It seems like you've gained control over your quirk a little bit more since then. Again, you have shown great determination. After you didn't get too many villain points, but you also rescued a lot of people. So with that, young Shiozaki, welcome to your Hero Academia. And then at the end of each video, like it has All Might, and he says, in the enclosed letter, in other documentation, it will go over what you need to get ready for the school year. And it will also tell you what class you're in. And at this, they both kind of look at each other and they like grab their letters out and they start reading. And then they look at each other and they said, on three, like says Izuku. And Ibarra's like, what do you mean? And it's like, on three, we tell what class we're in. And Izuku's like they both go, class 1A. And then like they both start smiling and laughing. They're like, this is amazing. And Ibarra's like, yeah, I was really, really nervous. Like, I didn't know what was going to happen. And in this what if, sorry, Mineta, but your ass is going to fucking 1B. Your pervy butt's going to get your head freaking beat in by Kendo a lot. So this is going to, like, make, Mineta a little bit more tame because of the influence of some of the 1B students. Basically not putting up with this crap. So, that being said, Izuku's like, I told you, Ibarra, like, you definitely pass. I'm surprised I even passed. And Ibarra kind of, like, rolls her eyes at this. Is like, you obviously were going to get in. And I'm surprised, like, All Might was the one that gave you the recommendation, right? And Izuku's like, what? Yeah, but I didn't, it's kind of like you. I didn't want to, like, get a handout, you know? Like, I've already been given so much in my life. Like, first, like, Kami, then All Might giving me his quirk, and then Izuku, like, goes, oh, crap, I wasn't supposed to say that. And then Ibarra kind of looks at him and was like, what do you mean, his quirk? And then Izuku's like, oh, shoot. And then he basically explains to Ibarra that All Might's, like, rescued him and everything, and because through the training and everything, he asked me to be his successor. And he leaves out the information about One for All, or All for One. I mean, because he understands this would probably freak her out even more. And she's like, so that's why he was training you, because he was looking for a successor? And Izuku's like, yeah. And she's like, well, why was he looking for a successor? And then Izuku's like, well, this part, just like my quirk and the whole connection with All Might, you've got to promise you'll keep it a secret. And Ibarra's like, definitely. Like, you're the one asking, and you've helped me out so much, and I'm already keeping the secret about the gods' realm and our visit there. So I guess and now I'm gonna have to keep this secret behind your quirk, your actual quirk, not like some skills that you got, not some like blessings or skills and stuff that the gods gave you. And so Izuku then explains that All Might was injured by a villain attack like several years ago, and he's only able to do hero work for a certain amount of time. And the reason why he passed his quirk down was so that the quirk like gains power as it's passed down, and he's basically put a big burden on my shoulders because I'm not even sure that I can live up to the expectations of becoming like a number one hero, you know? And Ibarra starts laughing at him, and Izuku's like, what are you laughing at? And she's like, oh, Izuku-chan, like, you're gonna become an amazing hero. You're humble, you're kind, and you always help everyone out. Like, hell, like, you helped me out when you didn't have to. Like, you put your life on the line back in the woods to save me, and not many people would do that. So, I believe All Might made the right decision in choosing you to succeed him as the symbol of peace. And then Izuku kind of smiles and he's like, well, I've been thinking about that. I don't think, like, having one symbol of peace is the best. I think having multiple people that are considered, like, multiple people that are considered symbols of peace. Like, instead of having one, because if one falls, that could ruin, like, society. It's kind of like what's going on with All Might. If it got out that he was injured, like, crime would go up because news and everything reports that it, like, just his presence deters minor criminals. And if they found out he had a time limit, they would be empowered to, like, commit more crimes and stuff. And with that, Izuku's like, so what do we do now? And then Ibarra kind of like smirks a little bit. It's like, have you got in contact with Kami yet? And Izuku's like, no, I haven't. It's like, I can't really call him because there's no number, but it's weird. Like, he can message me or, like, call me or anything. And then Izuku receives a text, and it's from Kami. It's like, come to the waterfall. That's all it is. And Izuku's like, that's strange. He just said, come to the waterfall. What does he mean by that? And Ibarra's like, God, you can be dead sometimes, and you're the smartest dumb person I know. You know that, right? And Izuku's like, hey there, like, I'm smart. It's just I don't get it. Like, there's no context to it. And Ibarra's like, idiot, remember you used to go to that waterfall every day? Like, you went to that waterfall to meditate and everything and do your workouts? Like, maybe that's what he's talking about? And Izuku's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. God, I can be dense with these things sometimes. And Izuku is kind of like playing it off because he kind of suspected that was, but he wasn't 100% sure. So we're coming up on 28 minutes. I'm going to end the video here and then do a part 6. Again, comment down below the people you would like to go on this field trip to the realm of the gods. So, to recap, we already have Ibarra, Bakugo, Kaminari, and Tokiyami going with Izuku. I have 2 other people I haven't planned, and then I'm going to leave 2 people up to the community. And if the 2 people that I have in mind aren't commented, they will be joining the group. But I do have, like, ideas for, like, every person in 1A. So that being said, Ibarra, like I said, Ibarra is going to be replacing Mineta in the seeding charts. And Horikoshi actually has gone on record saying that the reason why Ibarra is not in 1A is in 1B is because of art, where it's easier to draw Mineta's hair than it is Ibarra's, and also animations and everything. So that being said, like, comment, and subscribe, and you beautiful souls, see you in the next video.